Clothes and getting my summer stuff ready and trying to continue to be healthy. But then I got to keep dealing with this idiot and this foolishness. Do not go in my mother's room.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Brother Jalen Rose was a pretty decent NBA player. I used to really love his style. 6'8", he could play point guard, lefty. I think he kind of underachieved his potential, but nonetheless, I believe he's a great player. He's even a better sportscaster in his later years. And despite, hating on Grant Hill in college and hating on people that had a privileged life because he came from a rough life, Jalen Rose made something out of himself. Coming from Detroit, he played the game right. He invested right. He elevated his life right. After his playing career, he's still doing the right things. And he became very rich. And unfortunately, last year, his mother passed. Okay. Now I want to talk about this because, for men such as myself and many of you black men every day, when we get up and go to work or we get up and want to do well in business, there's a person that we're doing it for, not just ourselves. For me, it's also my mother and my family, right? But it's not always your siblings. Because see, the siblings are the ones that if you've made money, you've tried to help them. Many of you black men know how it is. You tried to help them despite you giving them money over your career, over your life. They haven't amounted to anything. Just like having a wife or a girlfriend or a best friend or something, you keep trying to help these people. You keep trying to do stuff with these people and they never amount to anything. Despite all the opportunities you've given to them. And guess what? They expect that you need to pay for stuff because you're rich, because you work hard. And if you, by any means, decide to take action on their, inability to become somebody, they want to start calling you names. And this is what happened when Jalen Rose was confronted by his sister, Tamara Rose, because he evicted her from the house. And if you don't believe me, here is her complaining about him, crying about him in person right here on Instagram. Let's play that clip.
Clothes and getting my summer stuff ready and trying to continue to be healthy. But then I got to keep dealing with this idiot and this foolishness. Do not go in my mother's room. Do not go in my mother's room. Do not go in my mother's room. Do not go in there. Don't go in my mother's room. Do not go in my mother's room. My mother just died last year, okay? And you bringing strangers all in here, Jalen Rose, to walk to your mother's house that you love so much, that you tried to sell her house a year after she passed while your sister's still living here in it. And you had the audacity to call me a squatter when I took care of our mother and our grandmother in this house. You got a lot of nerve, Jalen Rose. You got a lot of nerve. And I hope the whole world see how much nerve you got now and how fake and phony you been talking about how much love you got to your mother and your family. Mighty funny. The man with the mic ain't got nothing to say today. Ain't that strange? Ain't that strange? How you gonna sell a house somebody live in and been living in for the last 3 years and not communicate? This what this guy is on.
So guys, let me talk about this. Now I know family estates are very tricky, but there's a reason why Jalen Rose owns the house and not Tamara Rose. Because Tamara Rose probably doesn't have any money and is not financially responsible. So who do you give, your assets to? Responsible people. And Jalen Rose wants to put the house up for sale. What does that mean? Tamara Rose got to go. And she's mad because he's selling the mother's house. Obviously, he owns the house, or the house was left to him and not to you. And you're mad at him. The question is, Tamara Rose, why didn't you do anything with your life? You have a brother who I feel loves you, who I feel has given you money, has done things for you, and you haven't done things for yourself. And so you haven't done things for yourself. You're upset with him. And I want to talk to you black men about this because, it's always a problem. Once a black man becomes successful, once a black man starts having things, then all of a sudden, here you got with these goddamn people upset and mad. And when you stop giving them money, you stop giving them stuff, they want to hate you. And they have done nothing for themselves. Let me tell you guys something. People are tired. If you're one of those brothers and sisters out there, you need to stop. People are tired of taking care of you. People are tired of dealing with you. Successful people, let me tell you this. The number one disrespectful or the number one cause of poverty for those who are rich is helping out people who are broke, who don't never want to do nothing. And you get tired of that, okay? Obviously, you're not going to change. Obviously, you're never going to become somebody. You're a pain. And if you don't have a house to go to in Detroit, you don't have any businesses in Detroit. In Detroit, if I'm not mistaken, the housing market is some of the cheapest housing you can get in the country. Whose fault is that? It ain't his fault. You too old. You almost 50. Why you ain't got nowhere to stay, bro? See, it's always somebody else's fault why you don't have nothing. And so many black men deal with that. And she was talking about, you got this white girl all in the house and all this stuff. Let me tell you something. And this is going to be controversial. A lot of black men, unfortunately, and black women too, start getting money because they have non-black friends. Those are the black friends that have introduced them to something, okay? Make sure they have assets because the family will sit back and ask you for everything all the time. They're not gonna help you make no damn money ever, never. Friends and family will never do nothing to help you make money, but they're there to help you spend it. And then if you go broke, here they are laughing at you. Won't give you nothing, won't do nothing for you. And they won't do nothing for themselves. Sitting back partying with your money, going to the club with your money, buying cars with your money, wrecking the cars with your money. And a lot of black men are tired. Successful black men don't get up and work every day just to give themselves to everybody. Black men are getting tired of that. Black men are getting tired of owing people when people don't owe us. When black women, I'm gonna say this, when black women get rich and successful, the first thing she tells the black men in the black community, I don't owe you nothing. I did this with my hard work. And you know what? You're right. So for the other black women in Detroit who are doing very well, why can't you do something? Why haven't you? It's plenty of black women in Detroit that have already done very well. Lonnie Love is one of them. Lonnie Love came from the projects in Detroit, went to Prairie View A&M, became an electrical engineer, and by her own work and her own volition, she's somebody today. Why not you? Don't nobody owe you anything. Black folk gotta stop believing that because somebody is rich in your family, you know they supposed to finance all your business ideas also. Get up and get out there and work. Jalen Rose not only played in the NBA and got a pension, he still works every single day. Why you not doing it? And how to put your ass out too. You can try to say, oh, how you put your sister out? I can tell you how. If you got money, you know exactly how. Because I'm tired of her. I'm tired of giving money to her and she don't become nothing. I'm tired of the disrespect I get from her. I'm tired of her. I can't stand her. And that's the reason why my mama left the house to me and not to her. And I applaud him for putting her behind out and selling the house because she ain't gonna keep it up. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.